Dear Diary, I decided that since I was avoiding the water temple, I would go to an area that was the furthest away. So I found myself in Ocarina Village. There had to be something I could distract myself with around here. I went inside the newly built shooting gallery and instantly regretted it. You know those rigged, overpriced games at fairs and carnivals? Yeah, that's what this was like. How am I supposed to aim without a crosshair or any point of reference on the screen? And if you're gonna say, just line up the end of the arrow with whatever you want to shoot, don't bother. You're a damn fool if you think controlling an N64 game is as smooth as silk. It's not. It's like when your dog eats too much peanut butter and vomits on the couch. It's a sticky mess. 260 rupees and no reward to show for it later. I'm outside looking through my pockets when I remembered I was given a pocket chicken 7 years ago. Hopefully it's still fresh. I talked to the cuckoo girl and she gave me no clues other than the cuckoos like to wake people up. Alright, guess I'm looking for a sleeping asshole then. Lucky for me, in the next house over, I found a not-so-Super Mario still sleeping. Yeah, you best get back to the ranch. Last time I checked, it was falling apart, and I'm beginning to rethink my decision of bumping down evil Luigi. At least he kept the horses in their pen, jackass. My reward for making the cuckoo happy was another cuckoo, but this one was a special blue one that belonged to the cuckoo lady's brother. But it was all depressed and wouldn't crow unless I found someone supremely lazy to wake up. Hey Diary, remember how I said I was avoiding the water temple and wanted to do a couple of side missions first? Well, I think the game heard me and was like, wish granted! Because the next part felt like a wild goose chase. Turns out the cuckoo lady's brother was asleep in the lost woods, and upon waking him, he gives me an odd mushroom, which I must rush back to Ocarina Village to the potion master before the time limit runs out. Then she's like, an odd mushroom! I'm going to make a potion for you to take back to the sleepy guy with no explanation as to why. I could have said no way, but I'm an inquisitive person and I like seeing how things pan out. Back in the woods, the sleepy guy's gone. Instead, one of those forest fairy children tells me he's turned into a Stalfos. Everyone who enters the lost woods turns into a Stalfos. What the fuck is a Stalfos? Oh, bleak. But also a bit incorrect. I've been all up in these woods and nothing bad has happened to me. The girl demanded that I hand over the fungus potion since the mushroom belonged to the forest. I was like, yeah, whatever, take it. And she gave me the old man's saw. Diary, I honestly thought that was the end of it, and I was just kinda wandering in Hyrule Fields shooting Poes and exploring underground caves with questionable content. Who the fuck stuffed a cow down here? When I noticed a dirt path I hadn't seen before, I had inadvertently stumbled into Gerudo Valley and found possibly the best music of the game. Music which highlighted Epana's impressive leap over the broken bridge. Huh, guess you are a pretty good horse, and won't be riding the gravy train after all. The first person I found was this bald guy with pointy teeth, who was going on about his workers leaving him and going to Gerudo Fortress to become thieves. I, however, was not going to the fortress just yet, and offered him my saw. He got really excited and took it, and wanted to give me a broken Goron sword in exchange. What the? No! This is not an even trade! I already had a sword made by the Gorons, and it was in great shape. Son of a bitch! Fantastic. Now I had 2 broken swords. Diary, you better believe that I was going back to Goron City. I spent 200 rupees on a broken sword. I beamed into Death Mountain, but before I could make it to the city, I came face to face with this big baby whiner. He said he would fix my sword, but his eyes were irritated from the mountain, and he gave me a prescription for eye drops to be taken to Zora's domain. No! I'm not picking up your prescription! How about you don't live in a volcano, you fucking inbred? So I fucking walk over there because I'm already this far down the rabbit hole, and think he needs being all cryptic. Maybe we have them, maybe we don't. And I'm about 3 seconds away from throttling him when he gives me an eyeball frog to be taken to the lake lab before it's spoiled. Seriously? Seriously. Am I trying to get financial aid for college? Running for president of the United States has less steps involved. I show up at the lab, and I'm sorry, Lake Hylia, you look like shit. I'm pretty sure this is the same crap hole Mufasa got trampled in, and this bitch is trying to eat my eyeball frog, and I'm up in her face, like, make the eye drops, you goddamn walnut! And of course, I'm on another time limit, because the hero of time don't get no free time for himself! And this moron just gives me a plain, non-magical sword. It doesn't grant wishes, or raise the dead, or make my ass look smaller. It's just a fucking regular sword that I have to use with 2 hands. Christ almighty, that was a lot of running around for barely nothing. I went back to the lake and took all my anger out on these poor defenseless fish. I guess it'll teach me to never procrastinate again. I guess I'm ready now, Diary. Let's go do this water temple. Until next time, your friend, Brittany Saturn.
Do it! Just do it!